This One's Wife. You speak up. Hello, I'm H.G. Tudor. Recently, I invited you to have your say about This One's Wife by giving your answers to a set of questions that I posed for you. Well, here's a selection of some of the responses that I've received. Have a listen and watch. See if they accord with what you think. Do they cause you to look at things differently? Do you notice a certain thread in relation to the answers? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section with regard to what's stated here, whether it's given you food for thought, whether you agree or whether you disagree. I look forward to receiving your further observations. Here come the people that have so far spoken up.
Hello, Mr. Tudor. My name is Joanne. I'm from the state of New Jersey, and I'm going to try and answer these questions that you posted to YouTube regarding This One's Wife. I'm going to work from the last question to the first one. That seems to be a better approach for me. I am not invested in This One's Wife whatsoever. Anything that I hear about her is just through podcast or streaming on my phone while I'm at work. Where she will end up is she's going to be down in history as the woman who tried to break up the royal family. She will not be remembered for anything good because she doesn't do anything good. Where do I hope to see her end up? I would hope to see her find some grace and end up in a place of humility and to maybe correct course, but we know that's not going to happen, so we'll leave that as wishful thinking. If I could ask This One's Wife a question and I'm guaranteed an honest answer, I would really like to know why no royal doctors confirmed the birth of her children. As far as liking anything about This One's Wife, I don't know her, but how she has behaved, she's not a very likable person based on her actions. What annoys me about This One's Wife is she's completely fake and phony, and you don't have to look hard to see how fake and disingenuous she is. As far as what drives my interest in This One's Wife, not interested in her. I find entertainment when I'm streaming my phone at work and listening to everybody break down her shenanigans. Thank you.
Hello, good morning or good evening to you all, to HGT. It's Hannah from Israel. Thank you for all your work, HGT. I enjoy being one of your people. Anyway, get down to business. First question. What drives your interest? To discover how this unknown drove her way without obstruction into the most powerful royal family in Europe. Second, what annoys you the most? All the inconsistencies. What do you like? Nothing. One question answered truthfully. Who arranged that you would meet Harry? Where would you like her to end up? Like Wallis Simpson. Where will she end up? Return to her handlers, whoever they happen to be. Why do you remain invested in Toe? Well, I'd like to see her, that she gets what she deserves. It's a matter of satisfaction. Thank you, HGT, and thank you, everybody. Shalom from Israel.
Hello, HG. Thank you for giving all of us the opportunity to participate in this interesting event of yours. My name is Wesley, and I'm from New Orleans, United States, and I spend 6 months of the year here. I was born here. Why am I interested? Well, basically, when I discovered your website, I became interested. I didn't really care about Harry and Meghan until I realized how funny they are. It's good to think they're funny, because they are. Every time you say the word grift box or the square root of fuck all, it just makes me laugh. I watch other websites too, but if you stop doing it, I'd probably lose interest, to tell you the truth. Thirdly, what annoys me? I don't like being annoyed, but I can't get enough of what they do. So I wouldn't say it annoys me. And the next question was, what do I like? I like the transparency, stupidity, the endless lying, and trying to figure out what they're really up to and how calculated it all is. How can they keep failing? And then if I could ask one question, it would be not about the kids, because I don't really care. I think that'll come out when the time comes. I want to know about money. Where does the funding come from? Is it USAID money funneled through Archwell, something like that, or where do they get the money? And the next two questions, what do I think will happen and what do I want to happen? Basically the same. I don't wish them any harm. Whatever happens, whether it's a divorce or fake divorce, whatever it is, they're going to lie about it. So we'll just have to see. But I don't wish them any harm, but I find them interesting. So I hope things continue. And what's next, along this path? I think the final question was, any further things to say? I was the person that submitted or made a comment, which was my version of Don't You Want Me by the Human League. I won't sing it out for you, but Harry's part goes, doom, 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 doom. You were working as a yacht girl and on Deal or No Deal. Then I met you. So anyway, please do whatever you wish with this, and I'm looking forward to seeing your results. Again, thank you very much for all your help.
Greetings HG, my name is Raylene and I live on the island state of Tasmania in Australia. Question 2, I have been a royalist my whole life. Queen Elizabeth II was my queen for the first 66 years of my life. To see what Toe and Harry have done to the royal family, in my opinion, is heinous and traitorous. 3. What annoys me the most is they have just kept on whinging and whining now for the past 6 years. Question 4. What do I like about Toe? Nothing, since the day of the engagement interview. 5. What question would I ask? Did you give birth to those children? Question 6. Where would I like to see them end up? I would like them to just stop with the nonsense, seeking publicity, go and live a quiet life on the money they have. Question 7. Where do I think she will end up? I think she will just continue to hustle and do what she's doing because that's all she knows how to do. Question 8. Why am I invested? My ex-husband was a narcissist. I had 15 miserable years. That was 33 years ago. And it wasn't until last year that my sister told me to watch HG. And that's how I have made sense of my 15 years and also about Toe and Harry. Thank you, HG, for all your hard work. Goodbye from me in Australia.
This is Tiff from Melbourne, Australia. What drives my interest is that I grew up in a family of narcissists What annoys me is the fact that she gets away with everything and never seems to be held responsible for any of her actions. What do I like about her? Nothing. A question that I could ask that she has to tell the truth about would be if she actually gave birth to the children. Where will she end up? The first thing that came to my mind, or where would I like her to end up, was jail. Don't know why. Just think it'd be a good place for her, out of harm's way, away from the kids, away from Harry. Where do I think she'll actually end up? I think she'll always be able to latch onto someone. She'll probably grasp onto someone else's money if Harry's, or when Harry's runs out. Yeah, I don't think she'll lose out in the end. I think she'll still have someone's bankroll. And what keeps me invested is the fact that there's no resolution, I think. The fact that she's never got her comeuppance from what she did to the royal family. Thank you, HG.
Hi, I'm Jim from the USA. What drives my interest in Meghan Markle? Well, she's a bitch. Dogs like bitches. What annoys me? Essentially, she humps everybody's leg. She doubles down on all her lies. It's annoying. What do I like about her? Nothing, nothing, nothing. What truthful answer would I like? I would like to know if she has physically harmed a pet or a person. Where do I want her to end up? Far, far away from decent people getting the mental help she needs. So, where do I think she'll end up? I think she'll end up alone and broke. Why do I remain invested? Well, actually, I've dropped off quite a bit because she's so frickin' obvious, but I'd like to see her exposed. So every once in a while, I check in, hoping that somebody uncovers her bones and drags it into the house so everybody can see and know what she is. Well, that's from Jim from the USA, signing out. Woof, 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 woof.
So here are some answers from Sweden, and my name is Inger. What drives your interest for this one's wife? I enjoy experiencing more people getting to know the misery that narcissists can create for others. I enjoy that people get to know these problems more. What annoys you about this one's wife? Well, her evil traits, her self-contempt, her greed. Anything likable? Well, I think her nose job, the surgical reconstruction, was well done. It is in line with Harry's nose in some way, and I think it was very planned, and I think it makes him mirror himself in her physically, in the face. What question would you like to make for a truthful answer? I would like to know if there are any for us unknown networks or connections, if this whole thing is more set up like purposefully, on purpose. And where will she end up? What do I wish would happen to her? Well, I don't want to wish anything, but I think there are two scenarios or three actually. One is that the Ozempic might harm her, and this will go in some very unexpected direction. And the second one is that she will make herself a rich divorcee in some new relationship, or that, I don't know if it is possible, she will become very mentally ill and something will happen to Harry, and because she wants to become a widow. Let's wish that does not happen in ever. Or that she stays with Harry and becomes more mentally ill, like walking around like psychotic, maybe with a crown on her head, and then thinking that she's a queen or something very strange. And finally, about further interest in her, yes, because this is an excellent opportunity to follow the whole scenario on how this develops, and like exposing how shameless narcissists can be. I will add that I think that you, Tudor, could be saved in some sense from this narcissism, even though you might not want it yourself. But I think there is something what my intuition gives me. Well, anyhow, thank you.
This is Ellen. I live in Chicago, just outside of Chicago. The reason that I'm interested in this one's wife is because it's fascinating to see someone go so high and sink so low, and it's just fascinating to watch the story unfold in real time. And because I don't like her, I know that every chapter is going to get more delicious as she just sinks further and further. It's like a movie that just keeps getting better and better. The thing that annoys me the most about her is her lack of self-awareness and her inability to learn from her mistakes. But that is also the thing I like about her, because it's just so entertaining. If I could ask her one thing, I'd ask her, did you give birth personally to those babies? I would like her to end up in prison for embezzling money or blackmailing the king or Prince William. But I think she will end up on QVC selling fake eyelashes and married to one of the pro dancers she will end up meeting as a contestant on Dancing with the Stars. And I remain invested in her because people like you, HG, and other talented YouTubers and commentators are so brilliant at skewering her. And lastly, I just want to say my family thinks my obsession with her is crazy, but the ironic thing is that it just has made me revere and appreciate the royal family so much more than I could have imagined. I mean, I was always a fan, but now I'm like a stan, especially William and Catherine. So good one, this one's wife. And this is my cat. Thanks, HG. Good work. Continue to do the good work. Thanks.
Hi, thanks for this opportunity, HD. Let's get to it. My name is Allison. I'm in Kansas. And what drives my interest in this one's wife is that she's like scratching at a mosquito bite. What annoys me most is her race baiting. I like her complete lack of self-awareness. I would ask her for the passwords and other information so that I could access her money. I'd like to see her end up on Narc Island, forever forced to wear her natural hair, because I don't think she could take it. But I actually think she'll end up in more the same than everville. I'm interested in her as a mythic cautionary tale. And I guess a short observation is that she has such a threadbare soul that it's a type of mercy that she doesn't realize it. Thanks, that was fun.
Hi, I'm Rebecca from the United States. What drives my interest in This One's Wife is to learn more about narc behavior from observing HG's videos on her. What annoys me the most about her is her rudeness. What do I like about her? Her behaviors make it easy to learn about narc behavior. What would I ask her? I would like to meet her kids, so I'd ask to meet her kids. Where would I like her to end up? Exposed and out of this country. Where would I think she'll end up? Exposed and probably still in the country. Why do I remain invested in her? She still remains a great example of narc behavior and what to look out for everyday life.
Thank you to all who have contributed so far. If your submission hasn't yet made it, it may do so on the next occasion. If you're interested in joining in, then either send your audio or video to narcissist1909@gmail.com, answering the questions as set out, and we'll find out what more of you think as you continue to speak out about This One's Wife. I'm HG Tudor. Thank you for watching.